And my time is finally here, and I have guests. Hello! You caught me playing a game of Captain's Log using the STA Play web app. It's great that you're here. I've heard some people asking some questions about what is this app? What is it for? How do I use it? So let's clear the slate on this page here, and I'll show you around. Gonna go up to the settings dialog and say clear database. Now I use the keyboard shortcut, but there always is a menu button available. And actually, let's be sure that we see this. The menu always has the ability to show the welcome screen, which is the first thing you'll see when you load this app up. It has all the keyboard shortcuts to make things easier, but again, everything there's a keyboard shortcut for, there's a button too. So no worries about memorizing anything. So we can close this guy. We can close this guy. So the first things first, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so it's a little bit easier for us to see some things. Maybe a little bit much, but perfect. So first things first, we've got our little ship up here, 2 different views. We've got some buttons to change the alert cycle, to add a player, and I'll say Captain October. There we go. Gee, I think he has a bit more health than that. And let's say he's hurt a little bit. You can add trackers. So scanning the asteroids. Let's say, and then there's a trait button. So let's say there is a thick asteroid belt 2. So let's give it a resistance of 2. And let's say it takes about 10 to get through that. It's a control, I don't know, science, engineering? Let's call it science for now. And then the ship, it'll be a sensor science. There we go. So you can see we can switch between the players and the ships. For our trackers, they track extended tasks and combat. Very similar. So traits, tasks, and players. And then we got some story notes. So shore leave. The crew has been working overtime for command and needs some R&R. Just something I can put on the screen. Now, for sake of being able to see everything, let's get rid of this you know what? Let's. Oh yes, the alert cycle. Condition blue. We're landing. But let's get rid of that so that we can see this again. Perfect. Now, this doesn't feel very customized, does it? So, what we can do is we can drop our starship onto the starship pane. Drag and drop is my preferred way of doing things, but you can also go to the menu. You can change the ship model and the player pictures from here. For the sake of the demonstration, I'll just be dropping the files in and then drop in the ship file in. There we go. My little custom paint job Steamrunner class. Perfect. The full screen button was there. So I've added 2 thread automatically for each player added. Now let's finish defining this player. Click on the corner for the drop down for the department color. And, well, we can keep the pips at captain for now. Let's add a couple more players. So, let's see. Let's add in Shishirin. Drop her in there. She's got no health whatsoever. And then, I don't know, we can add in our helms. Actually, our ops officer. Bit of a junior, but that's okay. Actually, do I have I don't have the pips correct. I think they have a filled-in pip there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now, what you'll want to do at this point, is to change the name of your ship. The Timaeus. I've definitely misspelled this. There we go. And you'll want to hit save. So when the page comes back up, you'll be able to see it again. Now, say you want to take this information and... Oh, let me just change the department colors there. Save that again. Say you want to put this information on another computer, like you're working on your computer, you want it on your tablet, so because you'll have your tablet with you at the table, you know, or some sort of Chrome device casted to a TV or something, right? And oh yeah, everyone, we're gonna give you a couple momentum to start the scene with. I don't know. Somebody rolled for a 0 difficulty task, right? So, perfect. Now, the one thing you'll want to do is export. So, in the settings, there is an export button. This allows you to move this information to another computer, or just switch between games that you're running on your existing device. So I'm going to import sort of the full Captain's Log Timaeus that I was working on out of earlier. So let me hide some of these things because I don't want to really... There we go. So now you'll see different theme, and there's things that have changed. Now, why have those changed? Well, let me go ahead and import the game we were working on, and we'll work towards moving us in that direction, right? So right now you can see we are playing a game of 2E by default, 2nd edition. If I open up the menu, and I see here under theme we have 1st edition, 2nd edition, and you'll notice a lot changes when you swap to Captain's Log. So Captain's Log does not need traits nor trackers. So instead, those buttons disappear, and instead we get the mission tracker. A sort of, for each act we have 5 scenes. This one should have been filled in. Right, and we can track whether we succeeded, failed, or whatnot on our particular mission, and then we can clear the mission out. So that's what you get with the Captain's Log setting, which is awesome. Now the other thing you can do, let's set it back to 2nd edition for a bit, is you can change the theme. So we've got a bit of a Klingon-ish theme with some metal grating. We've got a 22nd century, which you saw earlier, kind of an Archer's Enterprise look. We have an original series vibe going on here with some just cool, I don't know, I'm very proud of this one. I love this. Very original series. So then we can go back to our LCARS looks. So we've got the original TNG mid-24th century, the later 24th century, like the films and Voyager. We've got the holographic look, which you saw a little bit in like Prodigy, and then you got the early 25th century, which you saw in some of the films and like the Picard series, where it's that sort of darker grays, a bit more contrasty, I think. It's all good. It's all fun. So you can theme this to look however you want your game to feel and display information for your players, or in Captain's Log sense, yourself. So really it's just supposed to be an informational display, and I hope this helps somebody else. I hope you guys have fun with it as much as I've had fun making it. So thanks.